Sunday night. Um, been about a week and a half since we were at the boat, and not much has happened. Okay, Hurricane Matthew happened. Um, we luckily had the boat hauled out down in Port Charlotte, um, put up on blocks, and as you've seen just in this previous video before, the boat was in very rough shape. There's a lot of debris in it. It was left on the beach there for about a week and a half. And during that time, of course, the oil from the engine spilled out, and a little bit of diesel fuel leaked from the tank and sloshed around in the village for a week and a half, even coating the floorboards and some of the lower cabinets into the nav station. And so when it was hauled out, it had 100, 150, maybe plus gallons of seawater, and then topped off with a nice coat of oil and diesel. Worked on the boat for the 3 days there, prepping it, basically cleaning all of the previous owner's stuff out, and throwing must have been 40 bags worth of mildew, stained, old stuff away, and detangling everything, sorting through everything, trying to keep important things, but then get rid of anything that's not needed. Taking inventory of what's on the boat, and most importantly, get the masts unstepped and ready for transport, because we of course don't live near Port Charlotte. We are much more north, near St. Augustine, the little town of Hastings. So for us to drive the 4 hours down there is not feasible to work on a boat to get it back and with as much work as it needs done. So we had the boat loaded onto a semi-trailer a couple days after we left down there, and it's been on that trailer for the last week because of Hurricane Matthew. Luckily, it stayed down in Port Charlotte where it was safe and didn't get much rain or wind, instead of coming up to Green Cove near us, where of course Matthew made his debut in landfall. Well, not really landfall. He skirted the beach here. I'll post a couple pictures of the hurricane on our website, 3Frenches.com. But we were really lucky. The hurricane blew hard, but there was no damage to the house. There was no damage to any of the property. And of course, the boat being down there was no damage to the boat. But there was damage to the marina that we're having the boat transport to. A couple boats had to be hauled out emergency-wise down there during the hurricane, and the boat lifts down there sustained a little bit of damage and had to be recertified by engineers. So we had to wait this last week for them to recertify their lifts and open their yard to receive our boat. We got word on Thursday that they were going to be open, but I couldn't get a hold of the transportation company until the next day, Friday, and it was a little too late for them to start then, and the weekend they can't haul in Florida. So tomorrow, Monday, they should haul our boat up here and put it in the storage yard. And the exciting news for us that we already had planned was we're heading to Italy for a family trip that we've been planning for about 2 years. So we'll have footage of us in Italy and all the tourist destinations over there, in our travels to update for that. And then we get back and probably get back into the swing of things and then start working on the boat, which needs a lot of work. To list a little bit, there actually is 2 holes in the keel. I'm guessing that it set down on some rocks when it was beached during the storm. The history on that is an older gentleman, 70-year-old, who sailed quite a little bit in his life, bought the boat to sail to Guatemala to basically live on the boat down there. He was off Port Charlotte and the full moon, and had engine troubles where he couldn't start it, and of course had sails up, which drove him into the beach. And I don't know whether or not it was true problems with the boat, or a combination of a lot of things is what I think it was. The rigging was in horrible condition. Several snapped, and were basically just kind of cleated together with little hose clamps, for nothing better to say about it. The mizzen mast was completely loose, and he had to sail up on it. So I can just imagine the torques that were being placed across that, with both sides of the rigging being extremely loose. He had the jib up, and luckily did not have the main. But this boat doesn't have an autofurler, so for a 70-year-old man to single-hand sail this boat in a storm, with the jib and the mizzen, both ends, that's kind of amazing. But he ran into a problem and ended up beaching it during the full moon tide, high tide. So it was driven pretty far up on the beach, where it was left. So really, other than some water in the bilge, and of course the diesel and the oil that spilled out, it was dry inside. When I found out about it through a coworker, called the friend of the owners. That's the only number I had. Found out from him that yes, it was indeed down there. Found out more specifics on the boat. Called down there, got prices to tow it off the boat. Made sure it was, it could be towed off. There was no turtle habitats or anything that they would need a environmental impact to get to the boat to be able to basically prop blast the area around the boat to get it floating again, to then tow it off the beach. Found out that was all good. There would be no environmental impacts. Then got a hold of the owner. He did call me, and he transferred ownership over to us. Basically, he was being fined by the Florida Fish and Wildlife down there for, derelict vessel on the beach. And the homeowners association on this island had already voted to pay for the removal. So it was one of those that I needed him to sign it over quick and me to get at it to get off the beach. So he did. Wish I'd seen it, but we have the boat now, so it is what it is. It really is. It's a good 1979 Endeavor catch. It's a Plan A, so it does have the aft cabin, the V berth up front, and most of the interior of the boat is in decent condition, except for the galley and then the floor because of the oil spill, which I'll take it one day at a time and see what we do. There's a lot of work to be done on the boat, but the hull has no blistering, no other holes. No delamination anywhere that I can see on the entire boat. I'm not a professional surveyor, so don't expect this to hold true. We'll get into it and see what we got. But we've always wanted a boat, and basically a 38-foot is a lot more than we wanted. But when opportunity presents itself and we have that ability to do it, then we went on it and did it. So the next step for us is when we get back from Italy, we'll start working on the mast and the keel, fixing those, and then kind of cleaning up inside, and then restepping the masts, and then continue. We're probably not going to put a lot of money into it right away. For us, it's located on the St. John's, so having the engine running and getting it in seaworthy condition, of course, is par for what we need to do, but then kind of enjoy it a little bit and slowly put money into it and do projects on it and restore it and make it the boat it used to be, so that we can then take it wherever we want to. And the plans are to sail it down into the Caribbean for right now. Not big plans. First plan, as soon as we can, we'd like to sail over to the Abacos in Bahamas and see that area, but we do have quite a little bit of work in front of us. We're going to document everything along the way, so we'll keep you informed and let you know how we go and what we do. But that's where we're at right now. We really appreciate you viewing these videos. You have the choice to watch whatever, and just the fact that you've chosen to watch us, we appreciate. Of course, if there's anything we can, answer question-wise, put a comment below. We'll try to get back to you. We are new at this, so forgive us. Video's pretty bad. I'm sitting here, it's late night, getting ready to go back to school with Rory next week, and just thought I'd give you this full update. And so lighting's bad, probably sounds bad, but at least you have where we're at right now. Again, we'll take some video of us in Italy, and then when we get back, we'll continue with it. But if you like our videos, subscribe. That lets us know, but also, put the comments down below. Please try to refrain from the negative stuff. We, choose to do this in life and post our lives on here. So please respect that and comment, below if you have something positive to say. If you don't, we don't expect to hit everybody and like, what we have. So sorry. And we do have Patreon. Again, very new at that, so I'm not expecting much there. But if you like what you see and you want to, SV 3Frenches at Patreon, and we'll start up slow there. So really appreciate you guys. Have a great day.